Beekeepers, I admit, this is all wrong. Here it is, almost mid-December, and the sun is at its lowest point almost. And these hives are sitting in the shade. And they're not gonna have any sunlight until next year, February, sometime. You see these trees over there? Complete sunshine. And let me show you something else. I am now looking northwest. That's the north and this is the west. And with the sunshine, it brought out the bees. It's very important for them to have cleansing flights. It could make the difference between them dying or surviving the winter. It just so happens that I ended up putting a super large colony here, and I didn't put any more because I thought, well, I'm going to put them up against my garage. Let me show you that. Okay, some of these are getting sunshine. When I started beekeeping 10 years ago, these trees here, they grow a foot a year. I planted them 30 years ago. So every year they gain a foot. I've lost most of my sunshine. When I started this, I had sunshine here during the winter, most all winter long. These hives here are completely in the shade. It's all wrong. I admit it's wrong. My deck is completely in the shade. My windows are in the shade. So this is what I'm gonna do. Gonna be completely different next year. When I bring back my colonies from different apiaries that made honey for the year, I'm gonna trim the branches on those trees there like I've done here. I'm gonna place them underneath the branches of those spruce trees. And I'll bring them in from that corner over there. It's not so important for them to get the sunshine first thing in the morning, but you want to make sure they don't have shade right away. That's why I don't place bees on the east side of my house. So over there, they will have sunshine all afternoon. So it's okay for bees to be over there, they come out. But these right here will never get a cleansing flight. It could be the difference between surviving the winter or not surviving. I'm gonna repeat that again. It's so important for them to survive the winter, and having a cleansing flight is very important to help them survive. So what I'll do is, all my large colonies will go against those trees. My smaller colonies will go up against the garage here, and I'm gonna have to use a tractor to move them around more. Any colonies out there against the trees that somehow get really small, I need help, I will put them on a tractor bucket and bring them around. And my deck here is going to be strictly loading. I will no longer place hives through the winter on my deck. It'll be strictly loading to bring them into my room and do winter inspections. My smaller colonies will get stacked up against my garage wall. And if I have to trim off a few feet of these trees, I'm going to do that. But the small colonies will go up against the garage wall. And I've always thought about putting a wall here and some canvas or something where I could put it across when it's really cold, and I could completely open it up when it's warm enough. But you see, when they have the sunshine, that's why I have dark hives. This is warm. You guys that are wrapping your hives, you're making a great big mistake. You want your hive to warm up. If you insulate it from the heat, the bees don't know, hey, it's time to come out and do a cleansing flight. Warm up the hive when the sun's out. They come out and they do a cleansing flight. They fly around, and if they get tired, they end up on the hive, and they can get warmed up and re-energize themselves in order to get back inside. A white hive is just fine for down south, but up here in Michigan, a white hive is not going to do you any good. So again, see all the shade? They're not getting enough sunshine. I might have to top off a few feet of these trees, but basically, in the long run, I'm better off putting these trees up against, or these hives up against the trees where they get full sunshine like these over here have. Okay? Thank you.